The CPU or Central Processing Unit is referred to as the brain of the computer. But have you ever wondered what this brain composed of and how this actually works? Just like the human brain with different lobes and neurons, the CPU is also consisted of different components. Hello Electro Buddies! I'm here once again to guide you to our electro journey. In today's video, we'll be discussing the overview of the modern CPU architecture. We have these topics in our checklist. First, we'll be tackling what does Moore's law state. Second, we'll be traveling back in history as we go through how everything started. Then, we'll also discuss about some terms like the pipeline stages, branching, and types of execution, among others. Now, without further ado, let's look at the history summary of the CPU. It all began with a room-sized computer named ENIAC, which stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. It was the first general-purpose computer in 1946. Way back then, it was made of vacuum tubes. The reason why it was that large that time of its invention. Later on, Robert Norton Noyce was nicknamed as the mayor of Silicon Valley as he was one of the inventors of Integrated Circuit or IC, a system of interconnected transistors on a single silicon microchip. As the advancement in technology continued to progress, Noyce, together with Gordon Moore, founded the Intel Corporation. Intel means Integrated Electronics. Moore is famous for Moore's Law. Based on Investopedia.com, Moore's law refers to Moore's perception that the number of transistors on a microchip doubles every 2 years, though the cost of the computers is halved. Moore's law states that we can expect the speed and capability of our computers to increase every couple of years, and we will pay less for them. From their very first Intel 4004 to Intel 8008, going to Intel 8080 and Intel 8086, Intel became the largest producers of microprocessors. Another person who contributed in CPU's development is John von Neumann, who was known for von Neumann architecture. Science Direct tells that it is a stored program digital computer that keeps its program instructions as well as its data in read-write random access memory. In this point, we're already done with the CPU's historical overview. We'll be moving on to its computing abstraction layers. These layers are of different levels with different tasks and purposes, from physics, going up to transistors, logic gates, functional units, execution units, microarchitecture, instruction set architectures, operation systems, programming languages, up until application. We also include the basic pipeline such as the fetch, decode, execute, and write back. Fetch and decode comprise the front end of the CPU, while execute and write back comprise its back end. Front end and back end both have 6 to 10 stages. Concepts mentioned included also about branching and execution, branch prediction, and types of execution such as speculative execution, scalar execution, superscalar execution, in-order execution, and out-of-order execution, wherein out-of-order execution and superscalar execution yield higher CPU efficiency and better performance. And that's all for today's video. I hope you were enlightened about this overview. See you on my next video. Goodbye!